In the face of this insecurity ravaging everywhere in Nigeria, what is so special about the unity of Nigeria that is non-negotiable? In 2014, where Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was a president, he organized a national confab and told them that they should not discuss the unity of Nigeria and that the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. I think Mr. President then, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, got it wrong. But at this point in time, my advice to the current government is to organize a national confab with a representatives from each villages across Nigeria to negotiate the coexistence and unity of Nigeria, rather than negotiating with the bandit and Boko Haram. Because Nigeria are operating two constitutions. One is the Constitution of Nigeria, and the other is the Sharia law. And the people who are operating this Sharia law are almost half of the total population of Nigeria, with about 15 governors seated in their government house day in, day out, in their respective states. I will explain to you how these laws are competing each other in different cases. One was in the case of one Deborah in one college of education, Sokoto, that was stoned to death because he abused Almighty Allah. And in Sharia law, if you abuse Almighty Allah, they will put you to death. In that case, the constitution of Sharia law was implemented on the girl, and Nigeria law was silenced. That's number one. Number two, we have seen in this country where truck that carry alcohol, beer, to another part of Nigeria were being destroyed because the Sharia law says they should not drink alcohol, beer, in another part of Nigeria. And Nigeria constitution says beer, alcohol can be taken anywhere as far as this country is concerned. Are you not seeing that these two laws are competing each other? Number three, according to Sultan of Sokoto, killing Boko Haram and bandits is an offensive to Almighty Allah. That is the constitution of Sharia law. And some persons are saying, like Gumi is saying, that they should negotiate with them, put them into budget. And according to that also, that they are gentlemen in the forest. And Nigeria constitution is saying that they should not negotiate with these people. Let these people be put to death. So you can see that Nigeria, they call themselves a sovereignty nation. And they are operating two laws at the same time, two constitutions at the same time, they are competing each other. I think my advice to federal government, let them organize a national confab so that let everybody come to one place and discuss the existence, the unity of this country. That if at all we cannot live together, this ground will not shift. We will remain a friendly country. Let us have two countries. Let us have northern and southern Nigeria. This is not a country that are operating two laws, two constitutions at the same time. This is the major thing that's affecting Nigerians. And the poor masses are crying on daily basis. And the government of Nigeria are not hearing them. If the government of Nigeria are not listening to the crying ayani of the poor masses, one day, I promise you, this country will be in turmoil. They will resort to self-help. And at the end of the day, many lives will be taken. This is an advance from me to federal government of Nigeria.
There has been this call for restructuring. If I were to speak for the North, I would not speak for restructuring. I would think of giving people what they want. Yoruba nation wants Oduduwa Republic. In the name of God, give them Oduduwa Republic. This is 21st century. We have a right to choice. Biafra wants Biafra. Give them Biafra. Give every other nationality what they need. Because as far as I know, the relationship is sound. There is geometrical increase in suspicion across all expressions. The trust is not there. Suspicion is not there. And people want to develop at their own speed. If you want to go at the speed of rocket, please, you should be allowed to go at the speed of rocket. If you want to go at the speed of snail, go at the speed of the snail at your own peril, at the consequences coming to you. But for now, if anybody is thinking that physical federalism is the solution to Nigeria, he is not even understanding the geography, not understanding the history, not understanding the mathematics, not even aware of geometry and the geometrical implication of what they are asking about physical federalism. What we should have is, we should have sub-nations among Nigeria. Let every region get what it wants. Short of this, our children, our grandchildren will abuse us because we are going to leave behind for them a cancer that will defy every chemotherapy. People that presided over the law in the past, that had little money, much lower than what we are collecting now, were able to cut a cost, were able to have a focus and a foresight and a plan. But our current crop of northern politicians, most of them, they have no plan. Their plan is only on their own chest, in their own minds, in their own bedrooms, among their own cliques, cattle, and cabal. They don't look at the larger society. What they look is at the myopic, the smaller part of the society that pleases them. The larger society can go to as long as they continue with this attitude. For that long, we will be crying foul about VAT. We will be crying foul about location of federal government projects. When they are on their own, they can do a lot.
What is about to happen and can start happening any moment by the revelation I received is going to be terrible. And if you see a fight that you cannot contend with, better withdraw and start running in time. Nigeria, the obvious is about to happen. The pain has reached the neck, and there is no withdrawal. Think about what you should do. It is either you divide Nigeria or Nigeria will divide you. That is the slogan. Both for the political class, both for the military, both for the judiciary, both for the legislators, both for the youths, even the free citizens. It is either you divide Nigeria or Nigeria divides you. That is what is coming from the spirit. That is what is coming from the spirit. Either you stand up to divide Nigeria or Nigeria divides you. You better stand up now.
See, I don't sit down there. The reason say why they don't want to divide Nigeria. Because some people say that because of the resources when they sat down Nigeria. Who tell you say the Northerners no get resources? The Northerners, they are very rich. Oh my God. See, if they divide Nigeria today, say for example, they say okay, North Nigeria and South Nigeria, the Northerners they no go hungry because they get resources. So my question now be say why they no want divide the country? Because when you check that country, so we are not one. The country is not one. The way we are now, we cannot succeed. There is no way we can prosper because we don't have one mind. Nobody is one. We are not united. Everybody is just on their own. So why is it so difficult for them to divide that country? Because South Sudan and the North Sudan, before they divide, the kind of pie when they don't pie for Nigeria today, they don't pie for that country. The number of people they don't pie for Nigeria today, for this disunity when we get for Nigeria today, it never is the one when they pie for South and the North Sudan. But at the end of the day, they divide. When you go to Ethiopia and Eritrea, the amount of people they don't pie for Nigeria today, it not even reach the one when they pie for that country before they go on their own. You understand? Look at the former US SRO. They don't shoot one gun, no fight. They share the country, everybody go. You understand? So Nigeria can be divided into 6 countries. You understand? Region by region, region by region. We are going to like become one of the best countries in the world. I'm telling you, because you see, what we are doing right now, we're not doing anything. Nothing is working. Because see, for example, now, if they divide Nigeria now, then the Christians now, they'll be able to protect their border. Because right now, because of this one Nigeria of of a thing, everybody can just move from one place to another. They don't check anybody. That is why you see that these people can easily come into the church and they pipe people. You understand? In the name of one Nigeria. But if this place now is a country, say like the South now is a country, the Southeast is a country, the Southwest is a country, the North Central is a country, then before you come into that place, they have to check you. You understand? So when you come in to attack a church, it's going to be called what they call terrorism. You understand? So but right now, it's because of the one Nigeria thing, everybody can just go anywhere. What I'm saying is that we can just do this thing and do it in a peaceful way. You understand? We don't need to begin to fight ourselves. I don't talk about violence. I don't preach violence. I'm a peaceful man. I'm a man of God. I believe in peace. But we can do it in a peaceful way. Everybody will just go on their separate way and we'll enjoy ourselves. Like I keep saying, the North, they are not poor. They are rich. These guys, they have everything. The Northerners are very rich. So let us just partition this country so that we can have peace. Because right now, there is too much commotion in the entity called Nigeria. That is just my own observation. Because like this thing that is going on now in Kwara State and other places, it's not something good. You understand? Every time you keep hearing these people, they come into the church and they attack and they go, they carry the pastor, they carry the priest. No, it's not something that we should be talking about all the time. Let's just partition the country so that everybody can like maintain their own border and put laws there.
We don't need you in this country. The northern leader in this country, go. We don't need you. Let Biafra go. Let Yoruba go. For how long we continue this autocracy of the highest order? The DSS are there looking at them. Somebody is busy having meeting with the bandits in the northern part after him. The Nigerian army have not done so. America has not come to invade Nigeria. They are not coming to destroy Nigeria. They are coming to destroy the camps of these Fulani, these terrorism groups. And we, the Southwest leader, are in support of this. To help all the Fulani men in this country. Are you the only one trouble in this country, Fulani men? May Allah kill all of you in Jesus' name. I am a victim of bandits. I am a victim of Fulani men. My family pay ransom. I sustained three bullet injury as a result of bandits and wicked Fulani men. I hate Fulani with passion. I hate the Northern with passion. I hate them with passion, with the soul and the spirit of God. I hate the Northern people in this country. The Northern people of this country are the ones supporting bandit Boko Haram to fight against Jonathan government so that they can take over the country. May Sisuro Buhari never rest in peace.
Tinubu, put your 2027 ambition aside. Call for a referendum geared towards regionalization. And I bet you 50% of your problems will be solved. But you no go listen because your problem is also you want to be the president. You want to continue as the president. But can you be a president when the country doesn't exist anymore? Keep quiet about this. I am done calling you to intervene in regards anything or whatever because as far as I'm concerned, there is absolutely nothing you can do. I am telling you. And the fact is, I'm not even saying this out of my own. Let's look at the interventions you people are planning to intervene now. Is it not a joke? What are the Senate? How are the Senate thinking? What are they drinking? Calling for 100,000 men to be recruited into the army. For decades, you have succeeded in decades, you have succeeded in recruiting 170-something thousand in the army. All of a sudden now you want to perform the magic of recruiting 100,000, right? And once you have done that, you believe the whole issue will be addressed. Or I don't know how you are thinking. And are we talking about the same army that you have repentant Boko Harams in them? Are we equally talking about the emphasis that the men you have still use their money to buy uniforms, boots? Are we talking about the military that even their feeding allowance to get to them is the problem? Are we equally talking about a lot of shady corrupt issues? And nothing has been done in that regard. And let's face it, what 2 million men cannot do, basic technology can do. Looking at what is going on now, the armed forces is still operating the 1980s method of operation. That is to say, and we are talking about fighting a guerrilla warfare here. But you still believe in acquiring hillocks, loading people's children inside, sending them, leaving them in the bush, or whatever you believe that is what we address. It's not a game of number. It's not about number. It's all about technological advancement. Looking at the testament of that lawmaker that came out to talk about what progress they have had during Jonathan when mercenaries were employed. You heard him saying that there will be like just 10 in the room with their technological gadgets seen everywhere. And once they have noticed, they have gathered enough intels, they go on their chopper, and all of a sudden, within 2 hours, they are back. Neutralize all the radical elements and come in with picture evidence. But what do we have? All we just see is just headlines. Well, to the US again, all hope lies on you as well. Nigerians are counting on you. Downplay it, don't mean it, or whatever. But at the end of the day, your intervention or not, your intervention is quite important. But if it doesn't, at least Nigeria will get to that state of lawlessness, and it will affect the globe on a higher proportion. So keep denying there is no genocide. I think the attack in the church was not a farmer headers clashes, and the picking of the 25 girls in Kebbi too was farmers headers clashes, right? So let's just keep debunking, keep recruiting men, keep sending them. Let your ministers be doing the job of saying that doesn't exist, while you people lack capability. But at the end of the day, there must be a country for there to be a president. But most importantly, I am telling you, when you regionalize, 50% of your problem is over. Regionalize with referendum. Seriously. But if you think it's a joke, well, the fact is at this point in time, actually, Nigerians don't even care about whoever is intervening as far as there's going to be an intervention, because the government is clueless at this stage. And are we even going to be talking about what is expected of them to do? What happened to open grazing? Up till today, you still have headers roaming up and down. What happens to those radical aspects of the political Sharia that is introduced, that is at loggerheads with the constitution? Why are you not talking about it? It's not an issue, right? It's not too important. That is not the problem. What happens to...
Welcome back to Local Journal. The situation at hand is currently unbearable for most Nigerians, and Nigerians are calling for the division or going back to regional government because they are fed up with the system of government, and they are fed up with the insecurity bedeviling the nation, and for the fact that a particular ethnic group is trying to hold the whole country to ransom, and a particular region is trying to kind of stunt the growth of Nigeria. And from, in all honesty, we know that the reason why Nigeria has not grown to a very large extent or be on par with other top world countries is because of what the northerners are doing, what the northern Nigerian leaders and elite, or what the north itself are doing. They are holding this country back, and Nigerians, especially the south, are tired, and they want everybody to have their own country. Go back to regional government if it's proving so difficult for a division. Have a referendum, talk about your unity, talk about the shared vision you have together, or whatever thing you want to do. But like, this whole unity is not okay at the moment. This unity, and like trying to force this unity and trying to force one Nigeria, is not the viable solution we need for the country's progress at this moment. What we need is going back to regional government or dividing this country, because I feel like this country is too big for one man to govern, and the fact that the ideology of the north is different from what the south have as their own ideology will not make this country work. So it's better to divide the country or go back to regional government to give every region what they want, and so that they can work with their peculiarities and what they want in their region and what they want for their region. Not like bundling the whole Nigeria together and expecting them to work in one direction, because they have different ideology, diverse ideology, and diverse school of thought. You understand? So you can't expect them to work in a very a single manner. You don't expect them to adhere to a particular plan, because it's not going to work in the end, since the north and the south are different. So of course, we've listened to everything they're saying in the video, and of course I believe going back to regional government, if division is not possible at the moment, is the best thing we need in the interest of everyone in this country. This is my opinion. Drop what you think about this in the comment section, and if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel.